Hi guys, today I'll be taking a look at another Cherry MX Blue clone, the Gateron Blue. Let's get started. Now, despite these switches being a little cheaper, on AliExpress anyway, it's almost nowhere to be found in any keyboard, budget or high-end. In fact, most budget mechanical keyboards use altimer switches, so these switches aren't commonplace, but they remain as an affordable option for those just getting into the hobby. And this is what they look like disassembled. Feel free to pause the video. Now, let's move on to the switch categories. On-center key presses feel smooth when pressed quickly like this. But as soon as you slow down, you feel some sort of rattle. Not always, just sometimes. And they sound like this. Off-center key presses are even worse, my A and E keys especially. They have some sort of binding at the top of the key press when you press them slowly. Take a listen. It's mainly those two keys, the rest don't have it as bad. 5 out of 10. The weighting is light with a 1.1mm pre-travel with a short tactile bump peaking at 58 grams at 1.3mm of travel. The switch has a total travel of 4mm bottoming out at 62 grams. In other words, it's a very standard switch with a shorter than average pre-travel which you may or may not like. I personally don't, so it gets a 4 out of 10. Sound, surprisingly, isn't as high-pitched as other clones, but it is still higher pitched compared to the MX Blue, so it's still unpleasant to my ears. Additionally, Gateron made no attempts to make the switch less rattly. In fact, this is slightly more rattly than the MX Blue. 4 out of 10. Now for the typing demo. Enjoy. Typing performance is nothing to write home about. It's really not that great. The biggest downside isn't the soundtrack or the smoothness, it's the tactile bump. The fact that it's barely tactile and it comes too early in the travel, leaving you with plenty of over travel, which I'm not a big fan of in this design. Maybe some of you will, because I can definitely see it becoming an advantage in some cases, but it's not for me. 5 out of 10. Gaming with these switches isn't too bad actually. Since it's lower pitched, it's not as distracting, which is a huge plus. Additionally, the short pre-travel before the bump may give you an advantage, given enough practice. Just don't think it'll make you a gamer god after day 1 though. 5 out of 10. In conclusion, these are the cheapest MX Blue clones on the market. It's nothing special, but given its price to performance to other clones, it's a nice deal in my opinion. The final score for this switch is 23 out of 50 or 46%. It falls behind most of the clones, but not by much. Remember, this is one of the cheapest switches on the market. Next time, I'll be reviewing some sort of MX style switch. I'm not sure which one yet though. Until then, take care and goodbye.